Hello, my Sonic movie fans. Oh, we are eating so freaking good these past couple of days. Not only did we get the little teaser trailer revealing the title card for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but today, before Super Bowl Sunday, we were given the full trailer to the Knuckles TV series. Some of us were starting to think this show was a myth, it was made up, it was never going to happen, but that's mainly because this was originally set to come out last year, but the Hollywood strike ended up pushing a lot of things. But today, we got this glorious trailer, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Sonic fans. It blew my expectations. When they first announced this Knuckles TV series, I was like, yeah, okay, if we want to start the cinematic spin-off universe and have characters do all this, go ahead. Marvel's doing it. All these other studios are doing it. I'm sure Sonic can do it. But my expectations were actually really low, and I was honestly kind of thinking the thing was going to be a little This trailer does not look like a trailer for a TV show. This looks like a trailer for a Knuckles spin-off movie. If you would have shown me this and told me it was a movie, I would have believed you. Nothing about this thing gives me TV show vibes, and I mean that as a compliment. So I want to hear from you guys if you're feeling the same way about this TV series, any Easter eggs or details you might have caught that I missed, because, hey, I know my Sonic stuff, but apparently not everything with the way I pronounce Rouge the Bat. Whole life I thought it was Rogue. I'm sorry, guys. But thank you for the nice Sonic fans that corrected me in the last video. And let me tell you, there's some furry new creatures in this trailer that I'm so scared to pronounce their names now. Alright, so kicking things off here, some people are still wondering, well, Chris, now that they revealed this trailer before the Super Bowl, that means the Super Bowl, we're getting the Sonic 3 trailer, right? I wouldn't get your expectations up, because with the press release that Paramount put out for the Knuckles trailer, they did say this: in addition to today's official trailer, on Sunday, February 11th, an all-new Knuckles spot will debut during the CBS television network Super Bowl pre-game broadcast. The Knuckles Super Bowl spot will also be featured in Nickelodeon Special Kids and a family broadcast of the Super Bowl where Knuckles and some of his friends will make surprise appearances. So yes, we're still set to get a 30-second trailer for the Knuckles TV series come Super Bowl, but this is just what happens now. I've noticed this the last couple of years leading up to the Super Bowl. It used to be back in my day that you wouldn't see any of these trailers until Super Bowl day, and that's kind of what made it exciting for non-sports fans like me. But lately it's just gotten so crowded and not every trailer gets to have the spotlight or the attention, so that's why Paramount has been putting out these trailers early, like yesterday with The Quiet Place Day 1 and now today with the Knuckles TV series. So this is just what happens. We get them early, and heck, we know Sunday most people are going to be talking about the Deadpool trailer, so that's probably why they did it, is so people today could talk about the Knuckles TV series. But okay, kicking things off with the beginning of the Knuckles TV series trailer, we get a recap of kind of what he's been doing before this moment. Now, this show does take place between the events of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Immediately, we're starting off with a little Easter egg that Sonic fans should recognize whenever you complete a classic Sonic level, is the little spinny sign. And I just love how the creative team does that. They know these little hints and Easter eggs mean a lot to the fans. Now, the next big thing that surprised me from this trailer is we are going to get Sonic and Tails making appearances. Now, since this is only a 6-episode event where they will be dropping all the episodes on one day, that's April 26th, so this won't be a week by week, which I kind of wish they did do so people could talk about Knuckles for a while, but let's be honest, we all want these episodes all at once, so that's pretty awesome. And well, with it only being 6 episodes, I'm assuming Sonic and Tails are really only going to be part of the first episode along with Maddie. And well, they're setting up the premise here that although Sonic feels at home and he can just chill, relax in his attic with his family, Knuckles is built different. He was raised as an echidna warrior, a fighter, always meant to be moving. Sitting down and relaxing isn't really his forte, and we can see the hints of his echidna upbringing with what he did to the living room, turning it into probably what the echidna base looked like. And I love the joke of him setting up the dog to fight the mailman. That honestly got me laughing. But it looks like from here, Knuckles will be told, hey, look, we love you, but we already got Sonic living in here. No idea where Tails is currently living, honestly. I don't think we could afford to have a third furry creature in our house. Can you find somewhere else to live? Looking like this will then kick off the journey between Knuckles and Wade Whipple. Now, Wade Whipple is the deputy cop that we have seen in the past 2 Sonic movies work alongside Donut Lord James Marsden, and he was definitely a comedic relief, the goofball, the guy who really shouldn't be a cop. And the remaining of the show will kind of be based on Knuckles using his echidna teachings to make Wade Whipple a warrior and someone people should respect. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that plot honestly sounded kind of to me. I was like, all right, I guess that could make for some comedic fun. But I feel like with the way they're playing it out here in this trailer, they're really managing to make it work in both a comedic and a character progressive way for Knuckles. Because, like, look how action-packed this Knuckles TV series is. Like, I am blown away by the CGI in here because it looks no different than the CGI we would see in the movies. And that was one big concern a lot of Sonic fans had about this TV series, because there was that little short that released with the second movie where the characters looked noticeably different, and we all thought, okay, that's going to be the downgraded CGI they used for the TV series. But no, this thing has movie quality CGI, and that's awesome. Moving on though to some of the newer characters that we're going to be meeting part of this TV series that Knuckles and Wade Whipple will be fighting against. Starting off here, we have a bounty hunter coming after Knuckles in Wade Whipple's bedroom. Now this character is named Cattle Prod the Bounty Hunter, and he's been sent to capture Knuckles the Echidna for an experiment. This is then where we get introduced to the main antagonist of this series, who is just known as the Buyer. We don't get much information from him other than the fact that he used to work for Dr. Robotnik, and it looks like he was one of his engineers who made a lot of his machinery. And it looks like his main goal is to capture Knuckles the Echidna so he could power a lot of his machines. And that's an interesting choice because you have 3 furry creatures to choose from: Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. But I think the reason Knuckles is chosen is because he worked alongside Dr. Robotnik. He knows Knuckles can be easily manipulated, taken advantage of, the way he was in the second movie, and now that Knuckles is on his own journey away from Sonic and Tails, they know it's the perfect opportunity to snatch him up. That's then where we get to meet 2 agents going out to capture Knuckles, one of them played by Kid Cudi. His character name is Agent Mason, and his partner, played by Ellie Taylor, will be playing Agent Wallaby. And yeah, it's so nice seeing Kid Cudi have a role in here because he put out that banger song for the second movie. So not to see him included into the Sonic universe is a real treat, and I'm actually liking the small little chemistry between the 2 agents that we get in this trailer. It's also worth pointing out that yes, this exchange here is a direct callback to the exchange Sonic and Knuckles first had when they met.
Do I look like I need your power? Do I look like I need your power?
But the last big character that I think most Sonic fans are going crazy about because it involves a new furry creature in this universe is this shot of Pachacamic, the tribe leader of the Echidnas that I think we got a hint of in the very first movie, is coming into the Knuckles TV series as a bowling alley employee. Okay, that's definitely an interesting choice, but Knuckles is supposed to be the last of his kind, so this will probably end up being a big surprise for Knuckles. But I think this what leads the door open for him to have some character growth and develop a little before we get him in Sonic 3, because his whole thing right now in the series is to turn Wade Whipple into a hero, into a warrior. Knuckles believes so strongly in the Echidna way, so then when he meets his tribe leader, who if he's anything like the video games was a harsh leader and is kind of responsible for why there's not that many Echidnas out there. I think meeting his tribe leader and seeing how much of a loser or just disappointment he is will make him go, maybe the Echidna way isn't the right way. Maybe I just need to be myself. At least that's what I would think would make cool character growth for Knuckles. But then again, this could just be something completely random. It could be honestly be the final shot of the series where we had a whole adventure with him and they're like, well, what do we do with him? Oh, make him a bowling alley employee. There you go. Aside from that, other information that I'm seeing here that Paramount released is that because the name Pachacamic might be a little hard to say for younger kids, they're just gonna name him Mac, but his full name is still on his ID tag. I think Mac will just be his nickname, and he is set to be voiced by Christopher Lloyd, which is awesome. But aside from that, it's just me gushing over the other little details that as a fan makes you excited. Seeing Knuckles in his cowboy hat and that they actually gave that to him. I think a good ending for his character would be returning to Green Hill Zone and working for the sheriff's department alongside Wade Whipple and Donut Lord. The one shot of inside the casino definitely reminds me of Casinopolis from the Sonic video games. It could be a callback to that. I know a lot of my favorite Sonic levels have like a casino theme to them, so it's about time they included that in here. I'm also really looking forward to this final battle with this giant machine and Knuckles busting out flaming claws. I don't know if that's ever happened in the video games. If it has, please let me know, but whoa, that is an awesome addition. That fight is gonna be so cool to watch. We also have Knuckles doing his gliding pose with Wade Whipple on his back. Gotta admit, I'm a little jealous. I'd love to ride ride Knuckles. The only other small detail I can pull from this trailer is that, yeah, it looks like a side quest that'll be happening in this show is Wade Whipple and Knuckles trying to win a bowling tournament. This wasn't in the trailer, but it's part of Paramount's photos that they released online. But you can see that Wade Whipple is in a bowling outfit and he's going up against somebody. And yeah, there's tons of shots all around of this bowling tournament going on. So while Knuckles' story is to try and not get captured by some of Robotnik's ex-employees, Wade Whipple's just trying to win a bowling tournament. All in all, this looks awesome. I'm excited for it. This is where I throw it off to you guys. How are you feeling about the Knuckles TV series trailer? If this ends up being successful, who do you think is the next character to get some sort of spin-off? Now that I see how good they did it with Knuckles, I wouldn't mind a spin-off on Tails and a little bit more about what he was doing before he caught up with Sonic. Or if not, yeah, the Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off, but make that one a movie. Anything, everything, be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.